actor की जो life होती है, that is very uncertain. And my life has been little dramatic, and it has a very unique way of showing me that how the luck works, how the thing works. I will do. I'll face the rejection with a smile, and I will be happy about it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Success Story Season 2. This is presented by Trident Communications in association with World Humanitarian Foundation. I'm Alka, your host for today, and our guest for today is Mr. Rahul Sharma. He is an Indian television actor, and you must have seen him in various serials like Teri Meri Love Stories and Kal Bhairav Rahasya, Ek Ghar Banaunga, Mitegi Lakshman Rekha. These are some of his works. So let's talk about his journey of success now that we have him with us on our show today. Hi Rahul, how are you?
Hi Alka, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, no, it's our pleasure to have you with us on our show today. So, Rahul, as everyone knows that you are an actor, so that's something that everyone knows about you. Who are you in real life?
Just a curious human being who is searching for who is curious like a baby and grown up like an adult. That's it. That's me.
All right. So, how did this journey start? Like, acting is something that isn't really very much followed in this country because we are more towards the academic things.
Nowadays, it is much followed. I guess
No, this
the
still
kind of
the
trend
families
because of
are.
the social media and TikTok, the
Yeah,
social
that's
media
fine.
and TikTok and all. Because of that, the trend is
Yeah,
in.
but the families are still a little bit conservative about following such a field. So how did this journey start, and what was the first time when you realized that you could actually get into acting?
So it's a very interesting story because I never wanted to become an actor, and it all started with a call. My brother called me, my cousin brother called me, and said, "Do you want to do a fashion show?" So at that time, 2008, I remember, uh, my brother called me and he said that JC Randhawa and Sandeep Sopakar, they are collaborating with Jaipur ka one called Bird Academy, and they are doing some show and all. Do you want to join? Well, I don't know anything about modeling, and also, how can I join? Like, I am a guy who is living in the small town, and I'm not at all aware about it. I can't even speak English. How can I go and just like go on the ramp and just just go and see how it is? So I went, I saw, and I liked it. Like the way it was, and 7 days ka workshop, and I met lots of people there and communicated and learned about modeling and learned how to be confident enough and learned about lots of things. And then in the performance round, I failed, and because of that failure, I understood that I have to be better in this part because I was good at modeling. And in the next show, when I went for the next show, and there was a performance round, so one guy was there. He was in the event management team. He told me that I'm from the theater and you can do this kind of act if you like. So I did a 3 minutes ka act on the stage. And at the end of the act, I was crying, and everybody was watching me, and they were also crying. And at the end of it, they were clapping for me. And I got very curious about this thing that, oh, so that's what happens. Like in the modeling, just you walk and go and come and go. That's it. But in acting, when you perform and you end your performance, you can get the claps. So that was the most fascinating thing which I understood about it. Then I went for the NSD workshop. I gave the audition. I got selected, and then I started the workshop. I still remember that that day was life changing for me. Like that's how I became an actor. I met with an accident like after 10-15 days of the workshop. And that day was very crucial because a little bit head injury was there, and I was in the hospital, and I finished all of the work and I went to the workshop and I told them that I got I met with an accident. So it was that day when I was coming back home, I thought that today's day was very dangerous for me. Like I could have died. If my helmet was not there, I could have died. And I took it very lightly and I went for the workshop and I did the workshop as dedicatedly as I do my other stuff. And this was the most fascinating thing which I did in my life. And that's how it triggered me and all started. Then I thought of it that no, nothing else. I don't know. I was pursuing MBA. I was pursuing my father's business. I dropped everything. I want to focus on acting. That's how it all started.
Okay, that is quite amazing of a story. So this journey as an actor, industry का कैसा behavior था? Like ये journey थी राजस्थान से मुंबई तक. How was the industry?
Industry, देखो यार, कभी भी industry is not very well receiving until unless you give it a try and you show them that yeah, I have the power, the kind of willpower. I have the curiosity to learn. I want to learn. I want to achieve. I want to show you that I have some talent in me. And at least if I don't have, I want to try and I want to like prove it to myself that I can do something. Like I did 1.5 years theater. Then when I expressed my feeling to my father and mother that I want to pursue acting, because I belong to a place in Rajasthan, which is very small town called Dausa, which is nearby Jaipur. It is very not a, it's a very conservative area. And coming from that family where my family understood, especially my mother understood this thing. And she told me that if you want to do it, do it. I'll talk to your father. And she spoke to my father, and he was not at all like, agree at the first. And it took few days and a month to just take it the process in. And when the process was done, it's like, okay, if you want to waste my money, go and waste it and waste your 1.5 year or 2 years. But after that, if you are if you have not done anything, then I'll see. I'll take the decision after that of your life. You will not be able to take your decision. So then I said, okay, 1.5 years, more than enough. I came to Mumbai. It was like for 3-4 months, I couldn't even understand what to do. Like I came to this city and I called few people who were apparently my relatives. And I called them and they all said no to me. And like they didn't help me with anything. And I don't blame them. It's okay because it's Mumbai. And I didn't know which place to stay, where to go. One very strange thing happened, which is a very long story, but I cut it short. A very good human being helped me in the first 2 months. I stayed at their place, and afterwards I moved to Lokhandwala when I got to know that that is the place where auditions happens and the whole industry is there. So I should move to Lokhandwala and I should give the auditions and all. So I moved there. I got to know that somewhere, someplace auditions are happening. I went there. I met few people. I got rejected on my face that you don't fit, go away. And I was like, okay, that was harsh, but that is how it all started. Then I met few people, few guys who gave me some numbers. Then I got some numbers. I called them. Then I went for auditions, and then every time when I go, some rejected me, some selected me for the auditions. 1.5 years, this process, nothing happened. 600 auditions. So yeah, that's how.
Yeah. So that was quite a lot of struggle there in the story, and I want to ask that how challenging was it to get the first role?
So yeah, when I moved to Mumbai, there was a very different kind of approach I had in life. So when I came to Mumbai, people will laugh on this that, and they will not believe me that I had this approach. So I heard lots of stories about getting rejected and all. So when I came and I faced this all thing that rejections are happening, this and that. So I made a pact with myself that Rahul, okay, let's face it, you are getting rejected in every audition. So it's okay. I will do, I'll face the rejection with a smile and I will be happy about it. Why I'll be happy about it? Because I am happy that I've learned something today, that this thing I don't want to do in the next round. So that's how I learned lots of things, and I made the pact that I'll face whatever it comes, I'll face it with the smile, whatever it is.
Okay.
So after 600 auditions, I got my first ad called Tata Docomo, which was never released. So it was also a funny story. There were five guys. They were called on the set, and I had a long hair, like which I do right now also. So because of the long hair, I got selected, and that ad didn't come out. So like the hard work wasted. Then I got another ad called McDonald's Burger, which was a 6-second ad, and that was the first ad which I can say. And there is also a story behind that. Getting that ad, I was out for the audition at 10 a.m. So I was about to give 6 auditions a day. So I was in Dadar. From Dadar, I came to Andheri. Then Andheri, I gave 4 auditions, and I didn't eat something in between. So I was like, I was very hungry, and this audition was there. So I thought I should just leave the audition and I should go and eat something because I'm hungry. And I thought, let's finish it and go. Now you are hungry, you'll eat. I'll eat 1 hour later. So what's the big deal? I went, I gave the audition, 15 people were waiting. I was waiting and I was watching the people, how they are doing, what they are doing. And this was the process of mine of the audition. So I was watching, and then I gave the audition. It was a very normal audition, which I was giving everywhere. And I got selected. Boom. That's it. That was my first thing.
All
And I
right.
was very nervous on that day. When the shooting was happening, I was very nervous. The director yelled at me. She was like not at all happy because I was not able to get the timing of the tray. There was a sequence where I have to pass the tray to my partner who was there. So that was supposed to happen in a second. So she was not getting the shot, and she shot my thing at the last, where the restaurant was about to open, and she had only 1 hour. In 1 hour, she shouted at me for like 12 times because 12 takes happened. And I got very nervous. Then my partner said, "It's okay, it happens." Then we did it eventually, and that's the story.
All right. So that was about the ad, the first successful TV show that you did. How did it change your life?
It's my life has been a little dramatic, and it has a very unique way of showing me that how the luck works, how the thing works. So there was a show called Kahani Chandrakanta Ki. That was my first show. I met the producer Sunil Agnihotri, selected me for the major role in Chandrakanta, like the prince, the son of Chandrakanta. If you have heard of Chandrakanta, it was the very famous show in 1990s show. 1996, I guess, that show was. So I played Yuvraj Indrajit Singh in that show. He got me selected. We shot for an promo, and after the promo, he called me for the workshop at the office, and one guy came. We did some walking thing and reading thing. The guy walked into the producer's cabin, and he said that this guy will not be, he won't be able to do it. He forget about acting. He will not be able to come to the mark. So it's your risk if you want to take him. So after 3 days of that, I still remember there was Vindu Dara Singh was sitting, and Mamik ji was sitting, and Sunil Agnihotri ji was there. Two senior members were there, and it was happening, and I was like clueless at what is happening with me. If I don't know acting, I'll learn. I'll try my best. And they called me after 3 days, and they fired me that you are not like, we'll call you for some other role. And I got like it was a very shocking thing when you get selected and you get rejected. When you get rejected, it's okay. It's on your face. But when you get selected and get rejected for your first show, it's very disappointing. So I called my father, who was aware that I'm doing this show. But when I told him that this is happening and the show is not happening for me, and he was like, "You will not be able to do anything in your life, Rahul. You are a disappointment." And I was completely devastated with that fact that, oh, am I not able to do anything in life? Then I decided, no. There are two ways. Either I should quit or either I should go ahead and just make Sunil Agnihotre regret that why didn't he take it. So I took the decision and I went ahead and I was searching for I started theater classes. I started auditioning more. I was going and I was learning acting and doing stuff. After 1 month, those guys called me that we are in Mahabaleshwar. You should come to Mahabaleshwar with an SP who is sitting in Dev Saab's office. Dev Saab मतलब देवानंद साहब जो अपने veteran actor है. मैंने बोला क्यों? तो मुझे बोलते हैं कि नहीं यार, you are doing the same role which you were doing earlier. मैं बोला I don't want to, but because I was not happy. What the fuck? Sorry, I should not say that.
Oh,
But
they'll just beep it, I guess.
what the hell? Like suddenly you are calling me and then you are saying that you are in. You are calling me and then saying you are fired. It doesn't work for me like that. Then eventually, because I'm an actor, I don't have a choice to choose. I went and I was sitting in Dev Saab's office, and that was a very lucky day because I met Dev Saab, the Dev Saab, for the very first time after waiting 3 hours. I told that guy who was traveling with me to Mahabaleshwar, I told him that, yeah, please, I want to meet him. Please make me meet him. So that was a very like beautiful moment, I can say, because when I entered the cabin, I still remember, and it is a very clear image in my mind that when I entered, 88 years old guy, he was writing Hare Rama Hare Krishna ka script, and when I entered and I said, "Sir, bless me because this is my like first show, and I like want to be a good actor like you, great actor like you." So, oh, young man, you will do good. Don't worry. I'll watch your show. You will be a star. Don't worry. I was like, what an energy! What an like I got those blessings.
Oh.
So that gave me a boost, and that day I started my career as an actor in serials. I reached Mahabaleshwar, and like in night one, I reached Mahabaleshwar, and my producer fired on me that if you will fuck this up, I will fuck your happiness. So you better get it and do it right. After 2 months, he called me up and he said, "You are doing good. Why the fuck they were saying that you were not doing good? You will not be able to do good." So that's how it all started.
All right. So you let us know that your mom was the one who supported you. Okay, I'll talk to your father. Apart from her, who else has been a support or an inspiration in this journey?
My sisters, they were always there with me, and like they were that time they were not that much. They both are younger than me, so but they are like very close to me, and they always said that you will do it, don't worry. And there was my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. She was my college girlfriend, so she was a very she was like I can say she was the only pillar whom I had when I was like very disappointed. She was my punching bag, or she was my safe place to go and get the energy back and just do. A few of my friends were there who helped me to come to Bombay. Like one of them were very close to me, and he helped me to move to Mumbai and then start with things and all. So he supported me that time. So these were the people who supported me in the starting.
So you have like tried almost everything. You have tried ramp walking, you have tried TV serials, web series, music videos, short films, everything. So which of all of this is your favorite?
I'm trying YouTube also. Like I'm into YouTube now these days. I'm a
All
YouTuber
right. So
also,
yeah. So which one
fortunately.
of this have you enjoyed the most?
I have enjoyed acting. Like I have enjoyed everything. Whatever I do, as far as it is challenging me as an actor, it's good for me. Like if there is nothing to do for me, if there is no scene which are not challenging, and so I'll get bored. I'll get bored very early. That's why. I'm happy that whatever shows I did, it didn't last for long, like on the ventilator or on the like the run of 6, 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
That's also a good spend. Like you earn lots of money and you are secured for life, but that's not my cup of tea. Like I don't like that way. That's why I guess Uparwala is not very happy to give me one show which will last for years. He
Yeah, but
wants
that's
me
good,
to
right?
try
We can
lots
see
of
you
things.
on different shows every now and then.
Yeah, I'm happy. That's why I did like 7 shows in 10 years as an lead. So it's an trying different genres. Like Kalbhara was a very different genre. Kahani Chandrakanta was very different, and I played Lord Vishnu in Vignaharta Ganesh. So that was a very mytho kind of a role. And then Pyar Ki Luka Chipi, which latest I did on Dangal. It was very family drama kind of a show where typical husband wife stuff is going on, the modern society, how it is working in these days, is going on. Then I did the very recent work, Hello G. It was very challenging because I had to figure out that how this very simple character can be different in the show. So the dialect which I added of the Indore, and that dialect and those little nuances made it very different from others. That's how that character stood out. So I'm happy that I'm experimenting as an actor, and this is my only safe place. Though these days I'm getting very much freedom doing YouTube, because that is a medium where I can present lots of different stuff what I want to, and that is my I how I see the world.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you said that you were like pursuing MBA. So if not actor, what would you be doing?
Before MBA, I was trying for doctor. I was a
All right, that
pre-medical
kind
student.
of reminds me of myself because I took a gap year for NEET and then I decided to do MBA, which I'll be pursuing probably next year.
Yeah,
So yeah, that kind of
the pre-medical happened like before that, like after 12th pre-medical happened,
yeah,
which
exactly.
was
I did the same thing. So that
oh
just reminds me of myself.
okay. You also did pre-medical.
Yeah, and then I shifted to BBA because I want to do MBA in future. So
Wow. So did you go to Kota?
no, I didn't go to Kota.
Because I moved there and I lived in Kota for like the proper preparation, and
No,
I
but you were
failed
in
big time.
Rajasthan, so it was like pretty near here.
Yeah, it was no, for my mom, dad, it was like a big deal. Like you are going out and you're living in the other city. And I was also not that much happy, but I was not sad also. I was like, oh, it's okay. As far as I'm going for the study, I'm sad that I'm going for the study, but yeah, that's what I wanted. But after 1 year, after 2 years, I figured out that this is not my stuff, which I want to do in life, because I cannot be a doctor. I'll be a bad doctor if I'll become a doctor.
So I see you have had a quite twisted career, like pre-medical, then MBA, and then acting. So ups and downs must be a like huge part of your life. So when they're there, so how do you deal with them?
I'm as normal as the other human beings. I get depressed. I get disappointed. I get lots of thoughts which can kill me. But I have a very different kind of way of working out with those things. I divert that energy, which is very powerful, in improving myself. Like I keep on doing stuff. If I'm getting like suppose I'm not working, like I remember that after doing Ek Rishta Aisa Bhi, I got rejected, or not only rejected, I got selected for 8 shows. And suppose today is my shoot, the shoot got cancelled, and someone else is shooting, and I was not even aware about it. So this happened with me for 2 years in 8 shows. So it was quite disappointing. At the same time, my breakup happened, and I was going through some emotional crisis also. At the same time, uh, after 1 year, lots of my money got stuck, and I got financial depression also. So in a way, I was broke. I was completely broke, and a state of mind was completely in depression. So I got to know about depression after, when I was in depression. After 6 months, I got to know that I am in depression, and I need to act now. So what to do? That was the first time I got to know that, whoa, depression, this is depression. I was like, okay, what am I doing with my life? One day I woke up, and I was just angry with myself. Look, what am I doing? If somebody left me, it's okay. They left. They are doing their life. They are enjoying. What you are doing? You are just wasting yourself. You are just sitting. What I did is that when I was angry, I was very angry about things. How did they happen? I went to the gym. I started my workout, and I was working for 4 hours, working out for 4 to 5 hours rigorously. And after doing that stuff for like 4 to 5 months, living a very healthy kind of a lifestyle, I completely changed, and I went out that anger to in the gym, and to improve myself as in like physical appearance. I said to myself that if you want to change, and if you can't change mentally, just change physically. Just change yourself physically. Do it for me. If you're fucked up with mind, I don't have any problem with that. But do it physically, so that I can do something. I can do something with this anger, with this energy, which is very powerful, and it is like killing me inside. So I went, I rigorously worked out, I changed my personality completely in 6 months, and I was feeling happy about it. And after 6 months, something changed in me when I saw myself like, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I have much more knowledge than before. I am spiritually very much aligned. I am doing my prayers, and I'm very much into God, and I'm connected to Him. And I'm mentally in much more peaceful state. And also after that, after 1 year, like after 2 years of time, I I was forgiving people, whoever was responsible for my unhappiness. I was forgiving all of them. So that's how it all turned out very nicely for me, because I have concentrated that energy. I focused on improvements. I focused on my career. I was not at all distracting myself. That's how that energy turned out in me. And after being broke for 2.5 years, I was happily coming back, and did 3 shows back to back called Vignartha Ganesh, Kal Bhairav Rahasya. And at one point of time, I was not having dates for both the shows. So it was like that much difference. You can feel that in June, I'm not working. In July, I'm working for 1 show. In August, I'm working for 2 shows. And in September, I don't have dates for, my dates are clashing for shows. And it is like, I was looking at like up in the sky, and I saying, wow, you are great. And now you manage, because I don't know how to manage. So he managed, and then back to back, I did 3 shows. And that's how I recently, last year, I told about this story of my depression, because I can tell now, because I came out of it, and successfully came out of it. Slip into it, like you go back and forth, back and forth. It happens. It's a part of life. Because if difficulties are not there, that's not life. That's just you're doing time pass in this life. Difficulty should be there so that you can improve yourself, you can uplift yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. Lots of things are there which you can do with your life.
Yeah. So as you just said that there was a time when the dates were clashing for both the shows. So the viewers are, very much excited to know like what's up in the, upcoming project list. So would you like to share a little bit about that? Like what are some of your upcoming projects or dream projects?
Yeah, this देखो एक actor की जो life होती है that is very uncertain, and ऐसा नहीं है कि I have not got projects and all. So lots of project has been approached to me, but the kind of things which I'm looking for right now, like the kind of roles, it is very different which I want. I did in the past. Like little bit gray shade I want to play this time, and a very vulnerable gray shade, and personality which is very complex. So I want to tap into that space, and I want to see myself in that particular genre. Like dream project, if I should say that I want to play a vampire. I don't know, like if you are listening, then please do listen. So I
I
want to play a
think they
vampire.
have a vampire show sometime soon.
I don't know, like this is my thought, and it is not related to any vampire kind of a show, because I have not watched any show of vampires. Like even the Vampire Diaries, I have not watched. So I don't know where this thought is coming from, but it's quite fascinating character, like where you see lots of these vampire characters, and they're very vulnerable, complex, and little bit dark, and gray shaded. So that's how this personality, this kind of character, this excites me. And right now nothing is in the process. I'm speaking to lots of people, lots of projects are there, but let's see.
So
Nothing is
first of all,
confirmed yet.
we wish you all the very best for all these upcoming projects, and I especially I like really hope that you get your vampire show real soon, so I can get
Then
to see you
I'll
there.
show you my vampire teeth and all. Next
Yeah.
time. Whenever
So,
we will be doing that interview.
yeah. So as we are nearing towards the end of today's episode, there are like a few like couple of questions left.
Okay.
Since World Humanitarian Foundation is our associated partner and they work towards women empowerment, so what are your views about women around the world?
First of all, the word is very wrong, called women empowerment. Empowerment. How can you empower women? Like, aren't they already empowered? Like, I don't have to tell the world that how amazing a girl, a woman is, because I can't give a birth to a child. I can't raise a child like as a mother. The kind of feelings, the kind of warmth she has. And I think we all know what is the difference between a father and a mother. Mostly, it's very rare that in those cases, which I see in the West, it is very disheartening that people just leave their kids behind and they just go separate ways in their life. So in today's scenario, it is very much disappointing about the marriages which are happening and this and that, but I'll not go there. I'll only say that you don't have to empower women because they are already empowered. They are already very powerful personalities. I just want to say I have two sisters in my family, and what I've seen, and how I've grown as a man in my life, and I've grown in my thought process, that I was a guy who always believed, because of the cultural conditioning, that a girl should stay home and take care of the family, and cook and raise the babies and all. She should not go out and do stuff which she must be, not in terms of work I was against, but I was like, that's a very comforting space for me. But when I moved to Mumbai and I started my career, I've seen the culture, I've seen the difference of that, and I've seen that how amazing it is to when they work and when they manage the home also, and how amazingly they balance all of these things. So women have this ability to manage everything at one place and in their hands. Like we can't do. I can't do this. Like I'm not capable enough. But they can. They can do anything. Yeah, they are magical. But if there is also one thing, like we have bad man, good man. We have bad girls, good girls. Definitely, there are no good, bad, or evil. There are just consequences and situations where people are conditioned and grown ups. Uh, but I'll just only say that a girl can make and break your house, as it said, and she can make and break a man. So it's all to you, successful or homemakers, or on the jobs, or whatever you are doing in your life. You are great, you are amazing, and be just amazing as you are. That's it.
All
And
right.
don't let your shine go away because of some shitty men or some society norms which are saying that you are not good enough. You are good enough. You are not only good enough, you are great enough for this world. So make sure that you make this world a better place.
Those are some amazing views, Rahul. And as the name of our show is Success Stories, so if you had to define success, what would the definition?
Success, like for lots of people, it is very different. For today's youth, I want to say that I know it is very easy these days to get distracted and go into that dark zone of getting easy fame and money and girls and drugs and stuff and all. But it's very hard to just stay on the path which is actually the path, which is actually not short enough, which is actually the long path, which is actually the path where you'll see that journey is long, but the journey is worth it, not the achievement. The achievement, whatever you are doing, I've suffered with this. Like I've seen this, that I was behind something, that I want to achieve this. I want to. After achieving that, it was just an achievement for me. Like, okay, this is my one step completed. Next step. It's like a game. You have completed one level. Now you have to go to the level two. But in between level one and two, you are playing and you are enjoying that stretch, that you are doing lots of you are facing lots of difficulties, and you are going through it, and you are seeing lots of amazing, meeting lots of amazing people and seeing lots of things. So live those moments, live those stories, take a pause, live those moments, and see the view, because you actually miss the view when you are just running behind the success. I'm not saying I'm not against materialistic things. Go and get it. It is must. Earn that much that you can live a very comfortable life. But that is not success. Success is where you can feel happy inside, not only seeing that I have a bungalow, I have a car, I have a Porsche, or these things doesn't define success. How happy and how motivating and how contributing you are to the society, that is what success is. And I think so. I'm also searching for more meanings in life right now. So maybe after 1 or 2 years, maybe I'll come with some more and good stuff.
Okay, we wish you all the very best for that. And
Thank you.
before we leave, would you like to give one last message for our viewers?
I have a quote which is written on my Instagram, like what do you call the intro kind of. Live more, die less. So I just want to say to all of you people who are listening to me, or who are just my viewers, and who are the viewers of the show, I just want to say that life is not that hard which you think it is. It's just our desires which takes us in a way that we distract and we disappoint ourselves in lots of materialistic or those vulnerable things which maybe fade out in a day or two. Like if I buy an iPhone today, I want an iPhone like 13 will be releasing soon. So I want an iPhone 13, and I went and I bought it. Like with lots of difficulties, I bought it. After 3 months, it is old for me. I again want a very next technology to excite me and get it. But with life, if you see small things in life, like how your mother cares for you, how this nature is, how the world is, how the wind, the mountains, and when you feel all of those things, like when you sit there quietly for 5 minutes, and when you do your meditation or do your work, uh, as a normal daily work in life, small things where your wife is cooking for you, and lots of things which you are not thankful enough. Thank those people, love those people, and be with them, because you don't know when life can slip away in with your hands. So we don't have any timer on our hand that you are running out of this time, and thankfully we don't have. So let's make the most of it.
Thank you so much, Rahul, for that amazing message and this amazing interview that you had with us today.
Thank you so much for like inviting me on the show, and
The
all the
pleasure
best
was
to
all
all of
ours.
you.
And actually, thank you so much for joining with us and giving us this time and this episode of Success Stories.
Uh, it's my pleasure to share my views and my things with you guys.
So thank you so much, everyone, for joining with us today and watching this episode of Success Stories. And stay tuned for more such stories. Also, don't forget to subscribe our channel, because then you won't be receiving a notification. And the
Yes,
show
do
will be out
subscribe.
every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So stay tuned until the next episode comes up, and take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye. God bless.